Good day, class. Let us now discuss addition and subtraction of polynomials. Okay, so before we add and subtract polynomials, let us define first these terms. The first one is like terms. So what is meant when we say like terms? So these are terms with the same literal coefficient, okay? So we need to know this in order for us to be able to add and subtract polynomials, okay? And what is meant when we say literal coefficient? In our previous discussion, we all know what is meant by coefficient, right? So let us just have a quick recap. So coefficient is popularly known as the numerical factor of a term. Okay, so in general, when we say coefficient of a given term or a given polynomial, that is the numerical factor. Okay, but in mathematics, the coefficient is divided into two parts or two kinds, namely a numerical term or numerical coefficient rather, and the literal coefficient. Okay, so the numerical coefficient is actually this one. Okay, that is the numerical factor of a term. So basically, this is really called numerical coefficient, okay? But when we are talking about just the coefficient itself, because it's mainly used in the polynomials, what is the coefficient of this polynomial? Okay, so that's pertaining to the numerical factor, okay? But again, we are discussing or we are learning what literal coefficient is for us to be able to add and subtract polynomials, okay? So on the other hand, literal coefficient, that is the variable factor, okay? That's why it's named literal. That's the literal or the variable factor of a term with the same exponent. So take note on this that they should have the same variable and the same exponent, okay? So if we know those terms already, we can now add and subtract polynomials. So let's see these following examples or the steps first. So we have here three steps in adding and subtracting polynomials. So the first step is to align or arrange the like terms vertically. Okay, so we have to make sure that the like terms are aligned, because if not, we cannot add or subtract them. Okay, so we should only add or subtract like terms. Second, perform now the indicated operation, whether it's addition or subtraction. That's why it's very important that you master already how to add and subtract integers or numbers, okay? Same way that we will be doing here in polynomials. And lastly, make sure that you write the final answer in descending order. What is meant by this? Descending order meaning from highest to lowest, okay? So in polynomials, we have to write it in highest exponent first, with the highest exponent first, and then going to the lowest exponent, okay? So for instance, we have this example. Okay, so for instance, we have x cubed. The final answer, for example, is x cubed plus 2x raised to 4 minus x minus 2x squared. So here, as you can see, the exponents are not in descending order. Okay, so we have to make sure that the final answer is written in descending order. So meaning to say, we just need to rearrange them. So it will be 2x raised to 4, it's positive, okay, plus x cubed, that's the next highest, next to 4. And then after that is negative 2x squared, so minus 2x squared. And lastly, the one with the exponent or degree of 1, which is our negative x. So that's how we write the final answer. Okay, so let's have here examples in adding and subtracting polynomials. So let's start with addition first. Add 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 5x plus 1 and 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 4. So how do we add this? For the solution, again, for our first step, we have to align them vertically. And in aligning them, as you can see, we have to align the like terms. So 2x cubed is aligned with the 3x cubed. Same way with negative 4x squared and 5x squared. And as you can see on the given, okay, the second addend doesn't have 5x, okay? So there is no given here aligned to 5x, and then the constant 1 and negative 4. So if this is the case, class, for us to be able to complete this expression or equation, I mean, okay, so we have to fill in this missing space, okay, and we just need to put there 0 and then its like term, which is x. So putting that, it would be plus 0x, okay. So now, since it's aligned already and it's complete, okay, we can now add the given polynomial. So 2x cubed plus 3x cubed, in adding, we just need to add their coefficients or the numerical coefficient, okay, or the constant 2 and 3, and the sum of that is 5, okay. And the literal coefficient, which is x cubed, since they are just the same, we just need to copy it. So it became 5x cubed, okay. Next, we have negative 4x squared plus 5x squared. So here, negative 4 plus 5, that is 1. Or we don't need to put 1, right, when we have x squared. So bring down x squared and then plus. So plus x squared. Another 5x plus 0x, okay, adding. This one is identity property of addition. Adding anything to the number, the result is always the number. So 5x plus 0x, that's still 5x. And now, what is 1 plus negative 4? That is negative 3. Therefore, this is the sum or the final answer. Because as you can see, they are aligned. I mean, they are arranged in descending order. So here, the degree is 3, here is 2, here is 1, and this is 0. Okay? Therefore, it is already in descending order and the final answer. Next, let us try to subtract 5x cubed minus 3x squared plus 6x plus 4. And the given negative 4 plus 3x cubed plus 3x plus 5x squared. So as you can see here, we have to align them, align the like terms, okay? So for our minuend there, okay, let's write it. 5x cubed minus 3x squared plus 6x plus 4. And if you try to observe our subtrahend, okay, it's not in descending order, or it's not rearranged in descending order. Therefore, we have to align them. So 5x cubed, okay, it should be aligned with 3x cubed, okay. And here, negative 3x squared, it should be aligned with this, with the same or the like term. So 5x squared. Same way, 6x, it should be aligned with the same literal coefficient or like terms, which is 3x. And lastly, the constant, they should be aligned vertically. And that's the only time that we can perform the indicated operation, which is subtraction. So let's have a quick recap about subtraction, right? So in subtracting, we are following the KCC rule, okay? Same way with subtracting polynomials, we also have to do that. First, K, we have to keep the minuend, and this is it, okay? This polynomial or multinomial. So that's the minuend, okay? And we have to change the operation here, subtraction, it will now be addition. So I highlighted it so that you can see the changes made, okay? Also, we have to change the sign of the subtrahend. Here, this is positive, 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 and negative. So we will change it to its opposite, okay? So now it will be negative 3x cubed. This positive became negative. This positive becomes negative as well, and this negative now is positive. And then follow now how to add polynomials. Okay, so 5x cubed plus negative 3x cubed, that is 2x cubed. 5 plus negative 3, that is 2, and then copy this literal coefficient. Okay, next we have negative 3x squared plus negative 5x squared, that it should be negative 8x squared. Next, 6x plus negative 3x plus 3x or positive 3x. And lastly, 4 plus positive 4, that is 8. Okay, and as you can see here, it's already in descending order. So therefore, that is our final answer. Okay, so again, class, we cannot add with different literal coefficients. Okay, they should be the same. For example, we are to add 5x cubed plus 3x squared. We cannot do that, meaning to say that's already the answer. Okay, we can only add or subtract them if they are like terms. Please take note of that. Okay, so let's have here word problem, just one word problem. Okay, the profit Lena earned from selling clothes is expressed by the polynomial 4x squared minus 9x plus 25 pesos. Her cell phone loading business is doing good with profit of 9x squared minus 3x pesos. Okay, if she has to pay x squared minus 2x plus 7 pesos for taxes, how much would be left? So as you can see here, it is a combination of adding and subtracting. Okay, so let's see which polynomials are we going to add and which will we subtract. So let's have here the keywords in our word problem. So the profit Lena earned, by the word earned and profit, meaning to say that's positive. Okay, so here, or addition. So we are to add 4x squared minus 9x plus 25 to the profit of her loading business, which is 9x squared minus 3x. Okay, so we have to add these two polynomials, the trinomial and the binomial. After adding, okay, that's already the money of Lena, or the earned money of Lena. Here, she has to pay. By the term pay, it should be deducted from your money, right? If you have to pay something, okay? So, after adding this, the sum should be subtracted by x squared minus 2x plus 7. Okay, and that would tell us how much would be left. That will answer our question. So let's now have our solution. Let us add first 4x squared minus 9x plus 25 plus 9x squared. So let's align it now. Okay, so this should be aligned here. Minus 3x, minus 3x. Okay, so as you can see, there's a missing space here. So let's put here or fill it in with 0, since that is a constant. We don't have to put any variable in it. Okay, so now we can add them. 4 plus 9, that is 13. Bring down the like term, which is x squared. Okay, negative 9x plus negative 3x, that is negative 12x. Okay, and then 25 plus 0, of course, it's 25. So this is the total earning of Lena from her businesses, from selling clothes and her cell phone loading business. Okay, however, as our problem states, okay, she has to pay the taxes for x squared minus 2x plus 7. So from her total earnings, we have to deduct the tax. So that would be, let's rewrite it first, 13x squared minus 12x plus 25 minus x squared, okay, let's align it here, minus 2x plus 7. Okay, now we can subtract. So 13x squared minus x squared. So we all know that for x squared, it has a numerical coefficient of 1 here. Okay, so 13 minus 1, that is 12x squared. Okay, negative 12x minus negative 2x, okay, that is negative 10x. Kindly follow the KCC, no? So it will become negative 12x plus positive 2x. That's why it became negative 10x. Okay, I just made here a shortcut. And then 25 minus 7, that is positive 18. So here is the answer, or the amount that is left for Lena. Okay, so to conclude that, therefore, 12x squared minus 10x plus 18 pesos is left. That's how we solve a given problem. Okay, so that is the total earnings, or the one left for Lena after paying the taxes. Okay, and of course, as you can see there, we do not evaluate it first. Okay, we are just adding and subtracting, so there's still no value for x there, just a polynomial. Okay, so for your assignment, okay, I didn't put here, I just put another space here in case we run out of space, but since it's fine for the first one, you may now have the assignment. There's only 3 items. You have to solve the first and the second, and then write the final answer with your solution on the third. Okay, so 2 computation and number 3 problem solving. So thank you for listening.